Hello and welcome to the Finance Quarter. I'm Andrew Robertson. It's now well over a month since the Abbott government's first budget, and you don't need me to tell you it's a budget that's created quite a furore. But as the dust settles and we've had time to take it all in, what does the budget mean for investing and for retirement strategies, including superannuation? I sought some answers to those questions from Sydney-based financial planner Claire Mackay. Claire, when you look at the Abbott government's first budget, it seems to me that if you're just about to retire, not much is going to change for you. But if you're maybe in your 40s or your 50s with 10, 15, 20 years of work to go, there will be some significant changes. So how do you see it?
Absolutely. Notwithstanding the detail of the budget, the big thing that's arisen is the national conversation around the sustainability of retirement lifestyles. So the recognition that the government support is changing. Our retirement age has increased. The lack of growth in the retirement support, the pension from the government. So the discussion around if you've got 20 years to plan for it, we don't know what the rules are going to be, but they're not going to be as generous as they potentially are at the moment.
So in nuts and bolts terms, what does that mean for you as you look ahead to your retirement? How can you guarantee that your lifestyle that you want will still be there and that the money won't run out before you die?
Well, I think that the key thing is really understanding what your dream retirement looks like, and then saying, well, how long will it last with the money I've got? And so planning, doing the modelling, saying if we keep doing what we're doing, what are we going to have at the end of the working career and the start of our retirement lifestyle? And then be able to say, well, if we keep doing what we're doing and that's not the solution we want, what can we change now?
So when you look at some of the things that are being discussed, such as raising the pension age, making the eligibility criteria tougher, even for ancillary benefits like the seniors health card and so on and so forth, and even talk around the GST, broadening it, raising it. I mean, how do you see that impacting people's retirements?
These are huge. I mean, we all know that particularly in the first few years of retirement, many people spend more than what they spent when they were working. So knowing how much it's going to cost you for your dream lifestyle in retirement is critical. Health costs are a big concern even now, before we add in the Medicare co-contribution. The broadening of the GST, or indeed the raising of the rate, or indeed both, depending on what the politicians decide, is a big concern because everything costs more year on year, and then we've got an additional tax on top of that. So these are big considerations for in your retirement, because all you've got are your savings to support you in that time. The regular income is stopped by then. So again, if you've got 15, 20 years to plan, or even 5 years to plan, thinking about that and thinking about what can I do now to improve my situation is critical.
I guess the reality is that every dollar you spend on your lifestyle now, with compounding, is quite a few dollars you're not going to have in retirement.
Yeah, and it's not about saying we're never going to spend any money now and we're going to save it all for retirement. It's about being informed and about saying, well, if I want this lifestyle in retirement, what do I need to do now to make that more likely? And do I really want to spend the money now, or do I want to have the confidence that my lifestyle in retirement can include a nice holiday every now and then, or other things that are important to you? So it's not about being overwhelmed by the noise and the scariness of the future, but rather feeling that you can do actions now that give you confidence about the future.
Well, when you say that, in pretty simple terms, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by what should you do now?
Looking at how you're spending your money right now is critical. Everyone, can always make some changes, and we can also just think about, well, is that really how I want to be spending money? For people in their 40s and 50s, for most of them, they've paid off the mortgage and the kids are not so financially burdensome. So reallocating those monies, which is effectively a pay increase, to retirement savings is a great strategy. But also saying, well, assessing what is our lifestyle in retirement and starting to put some costs around that, so that you can plan and know that it's not a huge surprise.
The message I hear from you is be alert but don't be alarmed.
Oh, absolutely. I think that the key thing for everyone is you need a financial plan. understanding your numbers, understanding the things you can do positively now to improve your financial situation. Of course, as a financial planner, I'd say go and see a financial planner.
You would.
But by the same token, if you feel have confidence to do it on your own, that's great. There's some great websites, so moneysmart.gov.au has some great tools and calculators that can help you become more informed. If you're more informed and understand your finances, you can make decisions that help you in your future.
Well, Claire, you've given our viewers a lot to think about. Thank you very much for your time.
Absolute pleasure, Andrew.
Thank you.